what's up, guys? Welcome back for another episode. My guest today is Angel Salgado. Angel's a musician, very talented at that. You can find him online or on Instagram by looking him up on King Mantis Records, or follow his little fucking man. You know, that's what he does. Look him up under the Delirians. This guy's fucking cool as a rule, cool as a cucumber. We had a good conversation. Got into, how he got into music, his life a little bit, traveling the world, all that fun stuff. I don't want to hold you up. We'll mention it. Well, he'll mention it on the episode, but make sure to check him out at the Slide Bar in Fullerton on Valentine's Day. So let's go show some love. I'll be there, showing my support. Big fan of his and his work, his group. It's gonna be good. See you guys there. And yeah, what else? I was gonna say something. Well, I want to say thank you for him for being on here. I know I tell him a bunch of times. Make sure you look them up: YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever it is that you follow music, listen to music, Apple. The Delirians. Hope you enjoy. So check it out. That's my daughter, right?
Nice, man.
So, nice. So she's a big fan of you guys as well.
Man, that's probably one of the things to me that touches me more than anything is when we get tagged on little kids singing our songs, or one of my friends, when she was going through her pregnancy, she would send me videos of her baby rocking in her belly.
Oh shoot!
When she would put our music, and she said it would only happen with our music.
That's so funny.
And it was one song, they give a little bit of love song. Okay. That song is so it's crazy, man, because they have a different approach to everything.
They have a different wave.
Yeah, everything they see is.
Because I'll play oldies for her. I'll play rock and roll. A lot of Rage, Nirvana.
Nice.
And then you guys, Durant Jones.
Nice.
And so I'll tell her what do you want to listen to? I have a badass story, right? She said one time I told her she was younger. She was 2, and I was what do you want to listen to today? She was I don't know. What do you want to listen to? And I was I feel like listening to rock and roll, baby. Is that cool with you? She's yeah. So I'm tying her in the seatbelt, right? I go to the front. I'm setting up Spotify, and she's rock, goodbye, baby. But she'll say, she knows Smiling Faces, the whole song.
Nice.
So I'll tell her, what do you want to listen to? She'll be Smiling Faces.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's
that's
crazy.
A classic tune, man.
That's what introduced me to you guys.
Nice.
My homie, I told you, my homie was bumping it in the car, and I was who's this? He goes, I'm telling you, bro, you're out of the loop. And I was I am, who is it? And then I was damn, this is tight. And then we threw on, I don't think it was Spotify. I think it was YouTube.
The videos.
Yeah. And we're just vibing in the car. I forget where we were going, but we were just driving, and I was damn, dude, this is some chill shit. And I looked into you guys, right? Yeah, I looked into you guys, and sincerely as a fan, I was damn, dude, you guys are bad. Not just bad. These guys are bad. Thank you for joining us here with Angel of the Delirians. So I'm sorry, dude. You know what? It's all love. That's so fucking crazy. And I said it with such fucking conviction.
I know.
Okay, well, you saw the video. That's how I wanted to start it off. Tell me how you started off. Where did it begin? Where does your story, the Angel story, and then the Delirian story?
Oh, my story in the Delirian? Well, I grew up. I was born in L.A. My parents are from Guadalajara. Both of them are from Guadalajara.
I was born in Azcaltan, Jalisco. My parents as well.
Nice.
Yeah. We're the 15 miles from the LA. That's where we're from. That's dope.
Yeah, my dad is from Ocotlan, I think.
Oh, cool.
And my mom is from Santa Cruz.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Fucking how the universe works, bro.
Yeah, man, it's a crazy story. My parents, my dad came down here when he was younger, and he started working, and then my mom is 13 years younger than my dad, and when she turned 18, she came down here, and my dad was just giving her a place to crash and trying to help her find her way, because my dad used to work for her dad, he used to do like all the concrete and building houses and all that stuff. So he said, oh, le voy a mandar a mi hija y ahí me la cuidas y por favor ayúdale. She wanted to come here and get an education, so she came down and they fell in love. She helped her, or he helped her, and they fell in love, and that's how I came into this world. So going way back to the roots. I grew up in Silver Lake till I was like 14. I grew up in Silver Lake. Silver Lake wasn't what it is now. Back in the day, it was crazy, man. Like Echo Park alone, you couldn't walk out there in the night. Dark, and now you go out there at 4 a.m. and there's people like partying in the park, just like drinking and like walking their dogs at 4 a.m. So it's a crazy change to see that, but it's more people are safe, so I guess it's a good thing.
Better, right? Gentrification.
Yeah, man. It's not a good thing, but it's crazy. It's crazy to see the change. The change that, in my life, and just in my lifetime, that has happened in those communities. And how they're trying to push out la raza and just trying to like, I mean, that mentality of the colonialism. It's like that never goes away sometimes for some people, but I grew up in Silver Lake, and then after just a regular kid, a regular Mexican kid, just same old thing, playing soccer.
That's what's up.
When I was a kid, I played soccer for like 10 years. I was in soccer leagues. I was, just really in the soccer scene, and my dad was a coach for a few years too, and then after that, that's when we finally moved to Boyle Heights. And what happened there was my mom wanted a house. She's like, we need to get a house. This apartment's too small. There's 3 of us at the time. Yeah, there was 3 of us. There's 4 of us. So I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. I'm the oldest. And my parents were like, let's find a place, So my mom started working, and we ended up getting a place in Boyle Heights, and she fell in love with it because of the kitchen. She's like, I want a big kitchen, And she got the house. She didn't know anything about the area. She didn't know anything about any of that, And it was a trip because I remember it was like the second day we were there. I was on some roller skates outside, out on the corner in my roller skates. Nah. I was out chilling, and I just hear, and I'm like, oh shit, like what is that, And I look over, and there's some guy like half of his body outside of like the car window, just like blasting at some other guy, And I was just like observe, just watching this, and I'm just like, how old are you? I was like 14 at the time, I think. Yeah, 14, or I had just turned 15, I think. And it was a trip, because it was crazy because there was, and when I was living in Silver Lake, it was happening, but it was a little further, like we were deep inside, like a little like, all the small streets and stuff. Yeah. So you never really saw this. Like everything was like at the little park down the street, So it was a trip because I've heard gunshots before, But yeah, and then I saw, gunshots, and then like the week after, same thing again. And then we started seeing guys just straight up walking to the middle of the street, shooting each other. So it was a crazy change growing up. And when I moved to Boyle Heights, like I didn't know anybody there. I just went in there like just fucking
fresh.
My parents just wanted to move there, and I was like, all right, let's go. We went, and I loved it, man. I loved growing up there, man. All the people I met were like
the culture,
genuine, man. like a lot of genuine people that till today like are still my friends. I can still call my friends. And I have one friend that I grew up with since Silver Lake. Me and him known each other for our whole lives and stuff, so that was cool. And it was a trip. I went to high school, started high school in Boyle Heights, Roosevelt High School.
Famous?
Yeah, it's famous high school right there. So people were always telling me, oh, you go to Roosevelt? Like I was like, I never really knew much about it until I started looking into it, and just so many people have been there, and it's a deep in the community where a lot of people, a lot of artists grew up, a lot of activists, and a lot of just different types of people. Even like serial killers and stuff, all kinds of crazy stuff, But Yeah, and I was in Roosevelt. It was cool. I mean, I hung out with everybody, man. I hung out with the paisas, with the metalheads, with the rockers. You know, I just wanted to be friends with everybody. You know, I just had that kind of attitude where I just wanted to meet people. You know, and like just, you know, I was like, why not? You know, I'm new here. Nobody knows me. And I remember well, this is where the music started. I was in like an algebra class, and one of my friends, Alan Pineda, I know you're out there, fucker. Ah. he was like the first one who like he came up to me one day and he's like, hey, do you play any instruments? And I was like, I have a guitar, but I don't really know how to play, you know. And he's like, do you want to play in a band? And I was like, yeah, dude. I was like, hell yeah, you know. Because when I was a kid, I remember, like, you know, just, like freaking acting like if it was in a band, you know, singing songs from, like, what was that show called Doug? Remember that show, Doug? From, like, those, like, early day Nickelodeon, or I don't know what channel that was.
It's me, Doug.
Yeah, all that stuff. So
Patty Mayonnaise.
Yeah, man, and I started, and I think one of the reasons why I did music too is because I saw that me and my friend Gerardo kind of lost contact for a while, but I saw that he was doing like music, so I was like, yeah, I want to do music too, you know. So he was one of the people who also kind of, you know, just made me want to do it, because we always did stuff as little kids together, you know, but once we started separating, it was like, you know, what is this cat up to, you know? And he was playing punk, and I was playing punk and ska, and like years later we connected again, and like ever since we've been in
How
contact.
old were you in that algebra class? Was that junior high or high school?
That was high school. That was the beginning of high school. That was when the whole September 11th thing happened.
Oh shoot,
shit,
okay.
You know? So that was
a little older than me then, because that happened when I was in 7th grade. I'm 31.
I'm 32.
30, okay.
Yeah. I think I'm 32.
2020. I'm 22.
We'll find out.
Oh yeah. So I remember that shit.
It was a trip. I went to Roosevelt, and I met Alan, who I started the band with, and some other cats in high school too. You know, my friend Danny, my friend Manuel was always jamming with us. Like all kinds of friends that just loved music, you know. And we'd get together and like jam out, and that's how we started getting the passion for it. And then after Drunk Skunks was the first band. Drunk Skunks. It was all punk and ska, and it's crazy because a lot of people don't know that like Delirians is like still or just me, I guess, but from those days, you know. And then Ultima Caída was the second band that we started, which like trips me out because people still come up to me, like at the last show somebody was like, I want to know one thing, are you the guy from Ultima Caída? And I was like, yeah, dude, like it's us, you know, like this is kind of what it turned into, you know, over time. And he was just tripping out, you know. But yeah, we've changed different names. I mean, different members always, you know. And it was cool, man. I mean, I didn't really know how to play guitar either, you know. And my friend Alan, you know, he was like, oh, do this, do that. He started explaining it to me, and he freaking guided me through it. And you know, I'm grateful for that, man, because he definitely probably saved my life. You know, because there was, I mean, like I said, I was involved with all kinds of people in high school, so I was doing things that were not, you know, I could have gone the wrong direction if it wasn't for the music, you know, and I had a lot of my close friends that aren't here anymore because of that, you know, and I've lost a lot of friends. And I remember one of the last times I saw one of my old high school friends, I was at a car wash, and he was like strapped, you know, he like had a gun on him, and he's like, dude, I have to carry a gun on me because they're after me, and you know, just like so much gang fights and stuff, you know. It's hard to stay away from it when you live in the community, you know,
when you're part of it.
Yeah. And it was a trip, man, but I made it out. I mean, I'm still a G, but nah.
I said 3 years, still same OG.
Same OG, nah. You know, man, it was crazy, man, because I think as you grow up, you start seeing things, and you start, and it's harder to understand why, you know, like why people do that stuff. And one of the things that really like that really messed with me was like the fact that like I was looking at society, and I was seeing how how people around us treat us, like as brown skinned people, people treat you a certain way or look at you a certain way, and they just don't like you. Some people want you here, but they don't want you to succeed, and that's one of the biggest problems that like. We want Mexicans here because they're gonna help us, and it's just like, I was blessed to be born here, but like, I grew up in a Spanish-speaking family. Like when I was a kid, even till now, my English isn't the best, as somebody who was born here, people always are correcting me on my grammar.
So far, you've done really good.
And I'm loose, man. I'm just loose. Like I honestly don't care, I'm just like, what does that have to do with anything in reality, So to me, it's just like, yeah, I'll say something wrong, but you understand what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's the way you know what I'm trying to say. So, but I grew up, as a working person, just like my parents. My parents always worked construction, and they were like remodeling apartments my whole life. They've been doing that. My dad taught me everything he knows, and then I went out and started doing it on my own, started working with different companies and stuff like that. But yeah, high school was fun, man, and yeah, thanks to Alan, I started playing music, and I fell in love with it. I felt like the connection with music, I felt like the whole, I don't even know how to explain it, that like that's how like precious it is, like when you can just like get lost in music and you can close your eyes and you zone out, you go into another place, and I do it on stage every time I play, man, because it's just like, that's the way that I approach music, and I may not be the best front man, and I may not know how to hype the crowd up sometimes, but I like to be very personal with my crowd, with the people that are there. I like to like just talk to them like I'm talking to you right now, because to me I don't need to be screaming at people, like,
what, as a fan, I think it goes further that you're authentic. Because people have told me to be like almost like, hey, what's up, guys? How are you? Yeah. That's not me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 2 episodes, I'm gonna fuck all that, and they're gonna like, hey, what happened to that? But you're authentic, so you can see it. Yeah. So it's like, you quote unquote, you say you're not the best hype man. Like, people don't go to see you be a hype man. They see you fucking play.
They want to hear music. They want to feel music.
Exactly. Yeah, man. So don't change.
Thank you, man. I'm trying not to. Nah.
Yeah, I said not to cut you off. I say don't change. Don't let the world change you. You change the world.
Yeah, I like that. That's right, man. Gandhi said that, right?
I think so. Gandhi said it, but I haven't seen the Michael Scott. Paraphrase. The fucking you miss all the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
Michael Scott. No, Wayne Gretzky quotations. Michael Scott from The Office.
That shit's funny, man. I've seen that show so many times, man. It's ridiculous, man. All these shows are ridiculous, man. But yeah, man. My parents always, just taught us to work, and I started playing music, high school, and then we started other bands, and then that's when we met the guys from Garfield High School. So that was like a big thing that like changed everything as well. The first time I ever met Tony, who plays with the Sincere sometimes, but he has his own band called The Illusions. Those guys are, and that's the cool thing, that all of us are still doing what we love, Yeah. Like, even though we're not playing together, like, we're still doing what we love. Like you talked about Joe earlier, Joe's doing the Sinceres, and Joe's always doing a lot of stuff, man. Like, that guy's, I think he's playing like 20 bands or something.
Oh shit.
But yeah,
maybe that's why he's been busy.
Yeah, no, he's definitely busy, man. He works with like Danny Trejo and like.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, he's doing well, man. And he's exactly where he needs to be, man. And it's a beautiful thing to see it, because I've seen this guy working from his computer, man. Like, man, I've seen Joe recording for shit over a decade, and just seeing like all of it like pay off for him, and like seeing that like people are following. The guy is super talented, man, and it's just like, amazing, man. And it was just one of those people that it was just amazing to come across in my life, and like still be able to talk to them, and like we share a lot of interests. Where I was talking about recording and like like commenting on each other's gear, because we trip out on all the old gear that we like to use and stuff. But yeah, he's doing great, man. And like I said, he's going upward and upward, man. And Tony has the Illusions, man, and he's also doing other stuff, and he started working more with his job. So he got like he's an educator,
Okay.
So it's beautiful, because he gets to talk to the community. He gets to change the future. That's how you change the future, man, by teaching the youth. So it's but those guys, the first time I met Tony, it was like his dad dropped him off, because we were still kids, and he was playing trumpet with us, and then he was always playing piano. But he never played piano with the band, and then he started playing piano with the band, and then he picked up the organ, and that guy's a beast, man, like on the organ. And it was a trip, man, growing up with these cats, and all the stuff we've done everywhere we've been. Like I've gone around the world to places I never would have imagined I would have gone to. Like, I mean, shit. Where do I start? Yeah. I mean, I guess before that, let me start with like the Delirians. Like when we started, like, so the name of Delirians came from Aaron Perez, who lives, I think he lives in Whittier area too right now still. Aaron Perez was one of our friends, mutual friends, from jamming out and stuff too. Played with another band, Upground, and he started coming around, and we would all hang out, and he's like, one day he was like, you guys are a bunch of delirious ass fools, you should call yourself the Delirians.
Oh damn!
And I was just
magic.
like, to me it was just like, I couldn't never think of a better name than that, because I mean it's a made up word,
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Delirians, but I was just like, man, like that was so badass, like it just it just meant to be, man. And the name came upon, and we started playing shows. And the crazy thing too, like another like crazy like little destiny thing, I guess you could say, is that Aaron gave us this stack of CDs. He's like, I have these CDs, you guys should check them out, right? And it was all like rocksteady reggae, like old Jamaican 60s and 70s music. So like it was a stack of like, I don't remember how many CDs, I would say probably like anywhere from like 10 to 20 CDs, maybe even more. But we all like split them up between each other and like listen to them. But in the future, so years later, we ended up backing up like, I don't know, like 8 or 9 artists from that stack of CDs.
Oh shit!
And these guys are like in their 70s and 60s, like they're actual Jamaican artists from the 60s and the 70s, so they're older now, So like, one of the like, like Monty Morris, Stranger Cole, Pat Kelly, rest in peace, man, so many cats. We got to back up the Jamaicans, the Pioneers, and these are all like, if you're a reggae lover, then you know who these cats are. I mean, like, as if you're an old school reggae lover, I would say, because there's so many forms of reggae, but like if you're into the roots, like these guys are like the roots, like this is where it started in that era, Scatterlights and all that. So it was crazy. He gave us those CDs, and we backed a lot of those artists, and we actually went on tour with the Scatterlights ones too, which was like, I remember like thinking like, we just went on tour with the Scatterlights, like what am I supposed to do next? This is like the greatest band of all times, and
some straight vision board shit right there.
It was crazy, man, because it was like, I had seen them like years before that when they still had Lloyd Nibbs, the original drummer, and I was just like, this band is like, because they're the ones who started reggae, like they're like from them everything started, like they're the ones who started reggae music, ska music, everything, so it was a trip to be able to tour with a band like that, like I remember the first show we played with them, before we toured with them, like half the band couldn't even go in the show because they weren't even 21. Like it was like that kind of thing, yeah. And I remember we went to So we toured with the Scatterlights, and we backed up all those artists from those CDs, man. So that was a trip. To me, it was like, it's just like, I don't even know how to explain it, you know? Like, I don't even know how you can explain
There's no words for it, like how...
Yeah, like how it was like, it's no coincidence, I'll tell you that much, man, because everybody is where they need to be, and it's just, you know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy that we got to go through that, you know, and like, I look back and I'm still amazed, you know. I'm still like, I still don't believe it sometimes that all of that happened, you know. And but yeah, we did that, and we did all those artists, and then after we did those artists, then that's when we started kind of touring more. And we went to Mexico. We did Oaxaca, we did Guadalajara, San Luis Potosí, DF, el Estado de Mexico. We went to el Estado de Mexico. We went to where else did we go?
How were families down there? Tijuana, nice.
Tijuana was crazy, man. It was crazy because, you know,
was it with all the cartel shit going on?
There was a lot of that going on, but I mean, if you stay out of it, you're safe. You know, the media makes it look way more than what it is sometimes. You know, and I mean, if you're in that type of vibe, then you end up there. You know, it's not like they're just killing anybody, you know. I mean, they are sometimes, but
not all the time.
Yeah, not all the time. A lot of it's like organized crime and stuff. But I tripped out, cause yeah, we went to Mexico, and we did a tour for like a week, I think.
Nice.
And the crowd was freaking. Well, we had been to Mexico City. I don't know if it was before that or after that. But we went with Derek Morgan, who's also like a Jamaican, you know. And man, like, the people didn't know what they were saying, man, but they were singing every song, like, you know, like a sus propias palabras, you know, like I don't know if you ever heard Los Abson. Los Abson, they're from Sonora. They're like an oldies, like 60s, 70s rock band, but they would do like versions of like old rock songs. But they would put like their own twist to them, so it was like they would be singing a song, but it had like different words to it.
Oh, was it?
That had no meaning as an original song, you know. So kind of stuff like that. Those Hobson are still actually playing. Actually, we met one of the guys once at one of our shows. I was tripping out, yeah, because we played one of their songs as a cover. So yeah, one of the guys came up to one of our shows once. One of the guys from the Midnighters came up to us once and started talking. It's cool, man, when you see like old school cats come up to you and like just give you props, you know, or tell you that they dig it. It feels great, man. I had one of the guys from Funkadelic, you know, this past weekend be like, "Oh, you guys sound funky." I was like, "Yes, yes!" Like, we just got the stamp, you know. But yeah, we went out there to Mexico City. I keep losing track of where I'm at, but we went out to Mexico City, and everybody was singing the songs, man, and it was like I couldn't even hear myself singing. Like, people were singing so loud. Yeah, man. Like, and Derek Morgan is blind, so like he's just hearing like all these people that don't speak his language just like scream the lyrics out, you know. And a lot of them do speak Spanish, you know. There's a lot of people que se hablan español, like, I mean English, you know, que se hablan inglés, but a lot of, you know, it's just, it was amazing, man. Like, just to see the love for the music out there, it's just like crazy, because out here, you know, you go to a show and, you know, it's, everything seems easier to get to here than over there, you know, especially when it comes to money. But you still see people out there, and like, that's one of the things that I realized lately is like, they posted something about it too, where like the largest amount of people listening to music is from Mexico City, I think.
Oh yeah?
Like, more than anywhere in the world.
Oh shit.
So that's a trip, man. Like, to know that you know, the gente fucking eat up the music, man. They just want anything, you know, like music. But yeah, and it was crazy. We played a show out there. I remember there was like a fight, like a hardcore fight, man. Like, during the show, like, some guys fought from like the end of the club. Like, let's say the end of the club is like pretty much almost to where that building is, but you know, like, let's say 20, 40, like 100 feet. 100 feet. I was like, it's a little bit more than 90. Yeah,
so about 100 feet. Yeah, about say 100 feet.
Yeah, so
for
like,
you guys.
from the end of the club to the front, these guys are just fighting everybody, man.
Oh, the whole crowd.
It's just two guys, and they keep fighting different people. Like, more people keep stopping them, because I guess, they know each other.
Yeah.
And in the end of the show, like, one of the guys got stabbed.
Oh, damn.
And, like, he came up to us, and he's like, can I take a picture with you guys? And he's, like, still bleeding from his wound, and I'm just like, what the like, this guy has the freaking bandage just holding, because the paramedics came and everything, and he's just, like, holding it. And this other guy had, like, his eyebrow was like cut open, so it was like his skin from his forehead was like dangling. And they're like, "Oh, let me take a picture with you." And we're just like, "What the? Like, these people love music that much, Like, this is crazy." And I just remember, like, it was amazing, man. That show was amazing. And then that tour, when we did the tour, it was just like, I mean, Oaxaca though, man. Like, I fell in love with Oaxaca. We actually got some time to go around in Oaxaca, and like we went to Monte Alban,
okay,
and we went to some of the ruins out there. Man, it was amazing, man. I fell in love out there, and that's why, like, when I sing in that song El Remedio, Oaxaca is the first place I mentioned, man, because I was just like, and I think too, like, when we did that song, like, it was a whole different song, and we went into the studio and they're like, "Oh, let's try something different for it," and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna flip it right now to Spanish," and I wrote all those lyrics.
Nice.
At the studio, like, while we were recording it. But yeah, Oaxaca was the first place that came to mind, because I was like, this one's for my people in Oaxaca, And yeah, man, the Mexico tour was amazing. And then after we came back, I think before that, we did Canada. We went to Canada once. That was a trip too. They jacked our instruments in Vancouver.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they broke into our van and jacked, like...
I thought Canadians were supposed to be nice.
They are, but Vancouver is, it's one of those cities that's hurting because of addiction,
Okay.
So it's like, it's just, it's just, and I mean, they always say, don't leave your gear in your van, or make sure somebody stays in it, but we left the window open, or somebody left a window cracked open, and I think they just broke it off. But yeah, they jacked our gear, and then we were going back home, and we met this band called Burnt from San Francisco. Coolest cats ever, man. They like lend us instruments for the next 3 shows, and like they got us like 3 shows to play at. Really cool cats, man. We still talk to them. Like, I saw one of the cats our last time we were there, like last month. He gave me a vinyl.
It's all love in the music industry.
Yeah,
right?
man. Yeah. For the most part. There's a lot, there's a lot of hatred too, man. There's a lot of people just trying to take advantage of other people, and that's what sucks, man. That you come across people who are just not really helpful. Yeah, and in it for themselves, and like not about the community, and or just always trying to talk beef and talk smack, or putting other people down, or like shaming other people online and putting people on blast, and all that negativity that people do behind the internet, because it's so easy. But yeah, we did Canada, and we met those cats, and then we went to Europe, and that was what like, I remember I was so excited, man. Like, I couldn't sleep for like days. I was just like, we're going to Europe, like, no way. And like, it didn't really hit me though. Like, even when we were there, I felt like I don't feel like I'm somewhere far away from home, And then I was like, why do I feel like I'm still at home, And I think I think the people, man, make you feel like
welcome.
Yeah, man, the people make you feel so welcome that I just felt like I never left home, man. Like, the people were so nice, We went to Germany, we went to France, we went to Czech Republic. We went to go see that Bone Church.
Okay.
That Kutna Hora or something like that. It's like a church made out of like nothing but bones, dude. Oh my god. Like, I never would have gotten to see that in my life, Like, I mean, I'm not into that type of stuff in the first place, so it's like, why the hell would I go all the way to Czech Republic?
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm in Czech Republic. This is like the most popular thing here. The driver was like, you guys can go. It's like an hour away. And I was like, all right, let's go, Let's do the tourist thing, But it was beautiful, man. Belgium, we went to Belgium. Belgium was beautiful. Germany, France, Italy. No, wait. We didn't go to Italy. I'm like, wait, I want to go to Italy and Spain.
I'm learning Italian. That's for the challenge. That's what I'm doing. Learn Italian.
There it is, dude. I want to learn Portuguese. No. And yeah, and we've toured quite a bit, and we went to Europe. We went to Europe twice. Yeah, so we came back and then we went again the next year. So it was a trip, man. It was just a trip to know that people appreciate what we do, because to us it's like we do it with love, we love playing music, it's our thing, but just to be able to go somewhere with it, to leave and to another part of the world through music is just man, and it's crazy because music is also hard at the same time, to stay making music, you have to make a living, some other way, because music ain't gonna do it unless you're well off and doing a lot of stuff, but until then, most of the guys in the band work full-time jobs. Some of the guys are full-time musicians. It's a trip, man. I mean, you know how it is too. I mean, you just came from work.
Yeah. 11 p.m.
Yeah, exactly. And we're out here in the cold, and
oh yeah. If you can hear that music, we're out here. What is this? Like a little alley.
Yeah, it's called Nemo's Cafe in Uptown Whittier.
And, we gotta, wherever you fit in, get in where you fit in.
That's right, man. And he made it happen, and that's
thank you for joining us, dude.
Oh man, thank you, man. I can't believe you're down to do this, man.
I can't believe you're down. That's all. But appreciate you.
Nah, man, thank you, man. And and I appreciate it, people like you, man, because they help us reach people that we would never reach, and they help, and especially something like this, because people hear my music, but they never get to hear what my mind is, or through my music they do, but I don't talk much online. I don't try to post too much about my personal life, so this is probably one of the only ways people are gonna know about me.
You can share it with your friends.
Or you can read my book. Nah.
Do you have a book?
Nah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, you can read my book.
I wish I had time to write a book.
That's a great plug. On Amazon, right? Yeah.
Check out my book on Amazon. Nah. But yeah, man, it's like I said, I grew up working, since I was 13 years old. I've always been working, and they always, it's either you work or you go to school, and I couldn't go to school because I liked music too much, and I didn't want to spend the extra time of doing schoolwork and not do music. So, and I approached it my own way, I never went to school for music. I never learned music until now. I still don't really know music that well. I don't know music theory. I know my chords, which I finally started learning after I've been doing this since 2001, so yeah, it's been a while, man. But I finally started learning, chords and this, but I still don't. A lot of the cats in the band, man, they're just so gifted, and they know they have so much knowledge of music, and just it blows my mind, and I learned a lot from them, and I learned a lot from my lady too. My lady's she's a piano teacher and a voice teacher, and she's a teacher for the children's choir for the Braille Institute.
Okay.
So she's a good soul, and she teaches me a lot of music. Whenever I have questions, I can always go to her, and she knows theory and all that stuff. So I've probably taken voice lessons once or twice, and I think that the more vocal work I've done has been the past year or so with the current lineup, just because we're trying to make sure we get everything super tight, but it's good, man. The guys are all working hard. We're all doing a lot of stuff, different stuff. Like I said, I'm an electrician, and then I do solar panels, install. So I work on rooftops pretty much all day. And then I come home and I try to write some music. I always write on my way to work. That's always when I get inspired. I'll wake up in the morning before, the first thing, take a little toke just to start off right, and then once I'm feeling right, I'm driving to work, and that's when the ideas spark, and then I usually have to drive to the job site once I pick up my company van, so that's a whole nother hour of driving and thinking about ideas and what to write. yeah, sometimes I come up with songs, just like whole songs, you know,
On the drive.
on the drive, man, and it's cool because I could just bring half a song idea and show it to the cats, and they just feed off of it, and we all build from it, and that's the way we've always worked, you know, just make music together for the cats who can, you know, get together more and write more and stuff like that, and we've been working on a lot of music right now. You know, the Delirians has been around since 2007, and we're definitely trying to step it up this year and do more releases, do an album, do singles, videos, all that stuff, you know, because now everybody wants videos.
YouTube.
And yeah, man, and we just started, we have 2 music videos out.
Yeah.
We have one for Remedio and one for Sweet Leaf.
Well, they're both dope, but the Remedio, I like the whole headphones thing. Yeah.
It's a true, man, because like I never would have thought of making a music video, you know, like, and we did this video, and I was just like, man, this is the cheesiest thing I've ever done in my life.
Really?
You know, it's just super cheesy. I mean, the video is super cheesy, you know, but then like I listen to the song and I'm just like, and I look at the video and I'm like, you know what? It could have been worse. Like, there's way cheesier shit out there.
It goes with it. You get me? Like, the whole aspect.
It's cheesy, but it's a good cheesy.
Yeah,
that's what I figured, and I was like, it's good, you know. And you know how we are. We're our greatest critics, you know. We're always criticizing ourselves.
Of course. Maybe yeah. I'm like, dude, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, and, you know, I even did a little dance on the spot. You know, it was cool, man. Everybody was like happy to be a part of it, you know. And I think that's one of the things that made it so organic and like just feel good at the same time, because everybody that was being a part of it was just in it, you know, like they were having a good time. People were dancing. They liked the song. The song was stuck in their heads for who knows how long after that, you know. But yeah, we did those videos, and then we did Sweet Leaf, same thing, you know. And then we have a song coming out for Valentine's Day. I don't know, this is aired before Valentine's Day?
Yeah, 2 weeks from, today's Thursday, the 16th?
Yeah.
It'll,
the first?
Right around there.
Yeah.
Shout it out.
For Valentine's Day, we're releasing a new song called Tu Amor. Little rocksteady music in Spanish. Original song that, same thing, just
I'll post it and tag
came up on, you know, and I love it, man. Like this song, I think people are gonna dig it because it's Spanish first of all, and it's just like, it's a sweet song, you know. It's a nice sweet song, especially for all the reggae heads in Mexico. You know, all the reggae lovers in Mexico are gonna love this song, man, and that's why I'm excited to please the people out there too, you know, because we gotta try to please whoever we can, you know. And yeah, man, we got shows coming up. We're doing the show on the 23rd, which is probably.
Today's the 6th.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's gonna be after this. Yeah,
16th.
But
Today's the 15th. Well, in 20 minutes is the 16th.
Yeah.
So next Thursday.
Yeah, we're doing a little run up north with the English beat, so that's gonna be cool. And then yeah, man, and you know, we just played with Fishbone this past weekend, and then we did another run with last month with Groundation. So we're truly, man, we're so blessed right now, man. Like
grinding.
Yeah, man, and that's the thing that we want to keep the momentum this year, because we feel like we have to. That's the thing, you know, people's attention spans right now. You gotta keep giving them something, man, because you'll disappear from their minds quick, you know. So it's beautiful, man. Everything that's going on right now, it's just, you know, I'm really grateful for everything. I'm really grateful for everybody that's a part of it, man. All the people that we have backing us, man. Like, man, I can't even, like, I couldn't ask for better people, man. My sister Nancy, I call her. You know, she takes really good care of us. She's been looking out for us for years. You know, she does a lot of our managing and booking. Warren, our saxophone player, was doing the managing for over a year too. And we had our brother Juan Love helping us with merch too, man. And we have our own sound guy now, Matt, who does like the Levitt Pavilion.
Nice.
Man, and it's just like, it's crazy, man, because it's like all these people are like so genuine, and it's just like, I don't know, like people always build companies and they build teams and stuff, but like I feel like we're building a family, you know, like
oh, beautiful.
It's just like it's so like we have each other's backs, you know, and then we have Jorge who does booking for us. He works for Atomic Music Group, and we're all like, you know, we're all raza, we're all, you know, family. It's just like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Like I don't know how, you know, like how, like such, you know, just power of the music, you know, like people like support what we talk about. They support what the words are, the subject of our music, you know, and that's one of the things that also makes it hard, because, you know, you can't go mainstream when you're talking about certain things and this and that. But, you know, we've crossed like all the lines that I mean, we just did a commercial for Tecate.
I saw that.
So like, you know, man, I'll do anything, man. You know, as long as it's like, it's for the people, man. Like, you know, we'll do anything, man. We want to play reggae music. That's what everything is stemmed from. Reggae music is our passion. You know, the majority of the band, like, you know, that's all we listen to pretty much, you know, like, and that's what we want to do. We want to keep doing reggae music and just not only make people dig into our music, but make them dig into those foundation artists that you know, we've listened to for so many years, because like you were talking about earlier, you know, like music is not what it used to be anymore, you know, like there's not a lot of meaning in a lot of music, you know, like a lot of the music feels like
noise.
Yeah, noise and just nonsense, and you know, the making people like want stuff that they shouldn't want, you know, like making people
materialistic.
Yeah, especially that, you know, like, you know, and that's been happening for so long that it's, you know, you have to keep it real if especially when it comes to reggae, man, because reggae is just like aside from it being music, it's like, it's movement, you know. Reggae is like, you know, when reggae was created, it was created for a reason, you know. It was created by working class people, man, and it was you know, it's their sufferings and their pains, man. Like it's something that goes way back, man, and I have a lot of respect for the Jamaican people and for all the, you know, everybody who was involved in those eras of music, man, because it wasn't easy, man. Just like it's not easy now, you know. I mean, it's way easier now than it was back then, but back then it was so hard, man, just to do any of that stuff. And a lot of these guys, they got ripped off, you know. Like a lot of these Jamaican artists got nothing, man. Like
deals.
Yeah, like majority of them like got nothing for what they did, for all their work, and their samples are being used and somebody else is making money for them, you know. But I have so much respect for them, and that's one of the reasons why we keep playing the style of music that we play, because we want to keep this music alive. Like it is our mission to keep this music alive, you know. Like we owe it to these artists, you know, and it feels amazing, you know. Reggae music just feels so good, man. Like that's like, why not, you know? So yeah, man, it's what we do, man, and it's what we're gonna keep doing, and we have thirsty cats in the band, and you guys coming in sometimes, you know. It's always changing, man. You know, everybody has life, so, you know, they have to go their own direction, and I have nothing but love and respect for that. But to me, it's like Delirians is my number one thing, you know. Like I never would have imagined to be in a band in the first place when I was a young kid, you know, and like to have what I have, and to have like people like you reach out to me, you know, like just that want to know what I'm talking, or like my mind, you know. It's a trip, because it's like we know we're growing, you know, and like the importance of us growing is like, it's the message in the music that I want people to know what we're talking about. I want people to feel something. I want to make people think, you know, like, because it's just, there's so much madness right now, you know, and it's just like, man, like, we're just glad we have music, man, because there's so much madness in the world right now, you know. Like, everywhere you look, man, especially in this country, man, you know. And I mean unfortunately, most of the madness around the world is because of this country. And that's just the truth, you know. That's
Big
just
bully on the yard.
Yeah, man. And yeah, I'm just, you know, it's a trip, man. And I just I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful that all of this is happening for us, and you know, just anybody out there listening, you know, like, just share our music, listen to our music, share it with your friends. You know, we want to be able to give you more, you know, give you more music, and you know, just share, you know, eventually we want to do something big, you know, and I'm not talking about like become big stars, you know. I'm talking about like be able to like do something for the community, be able to like raise money for people who need it, you know, because that's one of the, you know, like one of the things that always just puts me down, man. Is just I look around and I see, and I share the pain with what I see, you know, and like I see all these people living in the streets, man, and like, you know, like it's just
human too.
It's sad, man, you know. It's like it's
heartening.
Yeah, man. It's just like how can we call ourselves the greatest nation when we have so many people living on the streets and so many empty houses, you know?
There's more empty houses in America than there is homeless people.
That's fucking ridiculous.
I brought that up a few times with them. You know, different guys. We talk about different issues.
That's ridiculous, man. And like, and you know, and that's just one thing. That's just one of the problems, you know, like. And like, you know, this whole crisis, they call it now, with the drugs, you know, like, yeah, like that it needs to change, man. Like that needs to change, and I know some of you out there know what I'm talking about, but I mean, go out there and vote, man. Go out there and vote, and like, and you know who to vote for, man. I'm not even gonna say names, but we gotta get rid of all these freaking people, man, because
taking the corporate money.
Because if we don't change things now,
they know, man. They know who you're talking about.
If we don't change things now, man, nothing is gonna change, man. And like, and if
starts with you.
And yeah, and it's too late. If we don't change anything, if we don't change shit now, it's gonna be too late, man. Like the way things are going with
warming.
The what?
Global warming.
Yeah, the mass extinctions, all that stuff, man. It's just like it's unacceptable, man. As humans, we gotta look at this and be like, what? Like, how can we allow this to happen, you know? And like, and it's so hard because so many of us want to do something, but it's so hard to do something at the same time sometimes, you know? Like, you can only reach out to where your own money lets you reach out to, you know? And like, and you have to survive, you know? Yeah. And it's like,
and you got a full-time job, and you got a kid,
yeah,
and you got this, and you got everything, you know?
But man, you know, we gotta unite, man. We gotta unite as people, and we have to make the change, because it's we need it. We need the change, and it's just sad. It's a sad thing to see, you know, like everything, you know, like I said about earlier, like growing up in those gang communities where like the government is screwing all of us, but yet we have like brown people shooting brown people, you know, and that's like, it's sad, man, because that's one of the things that made me really sad about living there. Is just like, it was always like young cats, like 17-and-a-half-year-old. I have a story. So one time I was hanging out outside of my house, and I heard gunshots, and I walked out, and there was this cat like laying on the ground it was 8th Street. So I was walking, and I turned the corner. I walked out as soon as I heard the gunshots. I saw a bunch of people kind of hanging out on their doors, looking out their window and stuff. And I see this guy, and he's just like on the floor, like his bike is like wrapped around his legs behind him. Like you can tell he like flipped off of his bike. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And this car just takes off, right? And I see, and this guy's like, he's just sitting there, and I can tell he got shot, you know?
Yeah.
But I like, after like a few seconds, I just start seeing the whole puddle of blood come out from under him. I saw him like give his last breath. Man, that was like, when I saw, and then it's crazy because I like, as messed up as it is, like I saw that, and the first thing that came to my mind was like, bro, like you should have seen that coming, man. Like, look how you're dressed. Like, look which streets you're like cruising through, man. Like this is danger zone, you know. Like
I have a similar story. His brother actually ended up being, I guess, my uncle. He married my aunt, and his younger brother is actually my padrino for the confirmation. But two people were, for the listeners, you know where I used to live, on Maxon. I actually named my puppy Maxon, because I lived there for 30 years, right? But on Maxon in El Monte, They were chilling in the front, and then the car just drove by. I guess they didn't like the way they looked. Came back around and just emptied the clip. And the same thing in the front yard. My dad heard the shots, right? And then he heard somebody kind of like noise.
Yeah.
Like, that person's voice. Like, like he opened the door, and I remember seeing bloody, his face. I know some people are gonna know who I'm talking about, but taking spitting out blood or whatever.
Yeah, man.
And I was 4 years old. I remember my dad just trying to getting us back in, closing the door and going outside. But at the time I kind of didn't realize what I was going through because I was fucking 4.
Yeah.
And I just remember waking up the next day. We couldn't go outside because it was a crime scene.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing the white chalk and all that shit. So I remember seeing it in the Spider-Man show.
Yeah.
And seeing it whatever. Be hey, I remember that. As I got older, I was dude, I saw that when I was 4 years old. And the same thing you said, gang-riddled community.
Yeah.
I have a lot of gangster homies. A lot of them listen to this show. But we've talked off record, right? Dude, it's way better now because you don't have all these drive-bys. You don't have all this whatever.
Yeah.
Crime is down, because, for the better overall of everybody. But it's just I've lost friends, like you said. I haven't buried friends. It's fucking... And it's ridiculous to, someone...
I have
for what reason?
I have friends who we used to hang out in high school, and one of them killed the other friend, over some beef, and I remember these cats were uña y mugre and shit, like they say. So it's crazy, man. Seeing that, fucking raza contra raza, man, and it's just sad. And I just, it's time for us to fight against the people that are really against us, man, and keeping us down, man. And yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the new year. I'm excited for making more music, releasing more music, and hopefully seeing some change.
Yeah, no, and that's what sparks it, right? The episode I just dropped, right? 2020 Vision, when I messaged you. That's what I said. That's how I started off. People love that shit. Everybody wants to change the world.
Yeah.
But in order to change the world, you got to change the world around you. In order to change the world around you, you got to change yourself. And that's what I'm doing. The whole 20 challenges, which is a great segue. It's great segue. Is I'm trying to be better, so I can lead by example. Be not just look at what I'm doing. Look let me bring you along for the ride. Let's do this together. And so speaking of that, I kind of mentioned I want to get every guest this year to join on one of the challenges.
Yeah.
Are you down?
Yeah.
Which one are you down?
I'll go with the meditation one.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And I think everybody should meditate because I've tried it before, and I'm sure if you've tried it, you already know. But just breathing, man, just breathing alone, breathing is very important whenever, you sometimes we're fast to make the wrong choices, we're fast to think the wrong thing, or we think negative things, and we need to look at life, and just, the beauty of it, man, just the beauty of being alive, man, the beauty of the fact that you are a human is just, it's a miracle,
Astronomical.
Exactly. And here we are, man,
and rock in space.
And that alone is such a beautiful thing, and there's no reason why we should be fighting each other. There's no reason why we should be killing each other. There's no reason why anybody should be trying to harm anybody, when you have this life, make the best of it, be nice to people, touch people in a positive way, and it's immortality, man, it's just be nice and pass it on, and meditation helps, if I know some people, they can't find that, that happiness sometimes, and everybody's different, and no, you don't have to be happy all the time, but just, just know that you are loved, know that your life is freaking amazing, and take the time to breathe, and take the time to think, and just be thankful for this life, and for your friends, and for your family, and for podcasts.
So generally, I don't like people telling me is it an interview? Kind of, it's not an interview, but I generally have some questions.
Yeah.
As a fan, as a fucking here listening, you speak that great mind of yours. Where is Angel in 5 years? Where are the Delirians in 5 years?
Damn. Well,
doesn't have to be necessarily 5, but but
what's
on the because I like to think short short-term goals and then long-term goals. So like I do that to myself. So
Well, first of all, we gotta reach 10K on IG.
let's make it happen. Let's make it happen.
Nah, it's funny, man.
Where to find you at?
Find us, the Delirians, on Instagram, thedelirians.com. You can find all the links on there, all the videos, all the music is up on thedelirians.com.
Where do they find you?
You can find me at King Mantis Records on Instagram, or you can find any of our pictures, and I'm tagged on there. King Mantis Records is the Delirians record label now, so we'll be releasing music under King Mantis Records. I also do recording. I'm a recording engineer as well, so I'm starting to do little recordings here and there. I just mixed a band from Chiapas.
Nice.
Yeah, so I did it for free, man, because it's Chiapas, man. They don't have extra money over there, I'm trying to help out my brothers.
Pay it forward.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and the guys.
What's that great quote? Today you, tomorrow me.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, man, I just hope we can reach more people, man. First of all, just reach more people and just be able to tour and be able to play more shows and just inspire people too, inspire the youth to play music, to get into music, to do positive things, to do art, to help each other out, man. All this stuff going on with the bullying in the schools and all that stuff too, each one teach one, tell your kids to be respectful, tell them to love, teach them to protect these kids, teach them to be the protectors of these children, and then we won't have any more bullies because nobody will want to be a bully anymore, and a lot of these kids, you can't blame them, because they grew up in that environment too, but we have to be understanding and just help each other out. And that's my plan for the future is just to touch the hearts and souls of people with our music and move them, make some movement.
Beautiful.
Change the world.
Change the world. That's what we're here for, right?
That's right.
Leave an impact, leave a legacy.
That's right.
I think you guys are doing a great job with that.
Thank you, man.
You guys are authentic, so stay authentic,
Yeah, man.
You guys don't conform, like you said. You
never conform.
Yeah. So we said about the challenges, your meditation, and anything you want to talk about, any subjects you feel like you gotta touch on, any shout outs or anything like that?
Just a shout out to all my friends out there, to the band, the Delirians, let me give the names out.
Yeah,
on the drums, the longest standing partner of mine on the Delirians right now, Eric Alvarez, my brother, El Salvador. We got Josh Chang on the bass, Swerve Motion. We got Jess Gomez on the guitar, the real reggae lover right there. We also have Dan Lauren on the trumpet, making it happen. As I mentioned earlier, my brother Warren G playing saxophone. He's been playing with Tribal Seas, just all over the place, man. Amazing, talented cat. Brian Gozzo, also super talented cat, man. Amazing singer, amazing percussionist, probably like the sickest drummer that I've ever seen right now.
I was watching his videos.
Yeah, man, he's a beast, man, and he's a young cat, man. He has a big future, man.
And he was singing in one of the videos that he did.
Yeah, man, this guy has a huge future, man. I see it, man, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful to just to be able to play with him, like it's amazing, man. Brian. What am I missing? Let me see. Eric, Ryan. Ruben Durazo on the trombone. My brother Ruben, I've known Ruben for years, man, and he's played with Delirians like once in a while. He always wanted to play with us, and now he's a part of the team, so I love you, Ruben. Yeah, he's a part of the family. Love you, brother. Esteban is playing keyboards with us right now. Esteban, thanks for hanging out with us, brother. And then a shout out to my family, my sisters, my mom, my dad, my brother. My brother's in France right now.
Nice.
That fool's causing a ruckus out there. I saw like one of his Instagram posts. It's like throwing fireworks all over the place in the streets and shit. I'm like, you better not get arrested down there, man.
We'll have to do that thing they did for A$AP Rocky. Like, I will not play in fucking France unless we bring him back.
Yeah, man. My brother's nuts, man. My brother's a skater, so he like goes out to skate to Germany and stuff like that. Yeah, shout out to my brother. my family, my pops, and my girl, Scarlett, from Scarlett and the Fever. Be sure to check them out too. Amazing band out right now. They just released a new album, so
I have to check
that out. Yeah,
Scarlett and
probably
the
have her
Fever?
on the next one. Yeah, Scarlett and the Fever. Yeah, and all the family, all the friends. Thank you guys for supporting us. Everybody who still has our back, I love you.
Plug yourself again.
And once again, my name is Angel, King Mantis Records on Instagram, thedelirians.com. Find our music, share it, please do.
So this isn't the South Howl podcast, and I know everybody loves it, but there's probably one guy on there that says, I hate reggae, I don't like that music, I don't like feeling good, I hate the world. Just to give that person a fucking, end it on a good note, they call it words of wisdom. Something, it could be about anything, whatever you feel in your heart of hearts, just give them something to, so they can end it on a good note.
Well, if you hate reggae, there's probably a different reason behind it. I'm sure it's not the music, so get over it. If that's not the reason, then you gotta listen to it, man. There's all kinds of reggae. Like I said, there's reggae for everybody. There's reggae all over the world. In every corner of the world, there's reggae music. There's even X-rated reggae for those who want to get into that, you know. Hey, it's funny, man, you know. Some people like comedy, so they might get into it just because it's, you know, comedy. But yeah, it's, there's all kinds of reggae. Listen to some reggae music. It's good for the soul.
Nice. I wanted to say one thing before we did talk a little bit about anything. Let me just, I had it here and my train of thought just left. I was like, reggae, words of wisdom.
And that's right. So be sure to check out Tu Amor coming out on February 14 for all you lovers out there.
Words of wisdom. Damn, I'm
all you fighters out there.
I'm gonna have to text you, be like, bro, I completely forgot about this, because I'm having a fucking brain fart. I had it on the tip of my tongue. I was gonna tell you, like, yeah, so let's end it on that note. But then I was like, oh, when you started talking about, I'm gonna have to connect you with my boy Alex Uplift, Alex Acevedo. He merch. He right now he's about to go with Fortunate Youth.
Dude, I'm like waiting for his phone number right now. That's so funny. My friend Juan Love, he's the one who does our sweaters and shirts. Okay. That guy Alex, yeah,
Acevedo?
But my friend Juan, I asked him for his info, and he's gonna send it to me. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's my boy. We played high school baseball.
Oh, really?
We grew up together,
dude.
He's on one of the episodes. Like, yeah, that's my dog.
Tell him I said what's up with some sweaters gang, man.
All right, I'll let him know. He actually just left. I saw it earlier in the day. I think he's with Fortunate Youth, Florida or some shit like that.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, he's selling merch too.
Yeah. He has Uplift Media, Uplift Apparel. Like,
nice.
He's doing it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
He has his own booth at Cali Roots.
Nice.
Yeah, dude,
Cali Roots is gonna be so cracking this year. Hey, if
anybody's we're going.
Yeah.
Boys, we're going.
If anybody has free tickets to Cali Roots, send them my way.
And we'll talk.
Hey, is Sean Kuti playing Cali Roots?
I think so.
I think Sean Kuti is playing. That's one thing I gotta tell everybody right now. If you go to Cali Roots, be sure to check out Sean Kuti. That is. Can I say bad words?
Yeah, right? Fuck yeah.
That is motherfucking Fela Kuti's son, alright? If you don't know who Fela Kuti is, look him up. Yeah. Afrobeat from Nigeria, one of the craziest artists of all time, biggest influences. But yeah, Sean Kuti, the last time I saw him, he had a suit on. And I don't know if a lot of people caught what his suit was, but it had poppy flowers on it, and it had blood on the neck, like if somebody cut his head off.
Damn.
Man, that outfit was fire. But yeah, be sure to check out Sean Kuti if you are at Cali Roots.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. Man, we're going.
Hell yeah, man.
Thank you for joining me, man. This was awesome.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Let me know when you remember.
Yeah. No, it was Alex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, I gotta give Alex a plug. That's my dog. I look forward to seeing you guys fucking whenever you guys are down here.
We're gonna go. We got a whole crowd. We got a show coming up too at. For Valentine's Day, we have a show at the Slide Bar in Fullerton.
Oh shit, that's closer to me.
There you go.
Alright,
so
man.
be sure to come out, Slide Bar Fullerton.
Let's pack it up. Too, I believe. Yeah, this will release before that, so hopefully we get some of these people to go.
Hell yeah, man.
Thank you for joining me. This was awesome.
Thank you.
What else?
I think we got frostbite already.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cold. Oh, this is a fun game. How long do you think we did? Did you start already?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
An hour and a half.
A little bit less, an hour, 10 minutes.
Nice.
All right, thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next time.
Thank you guys. Much love.
If no one loves you, Hector loves you.
Hector.